We're going to predict every single division winner right now is the AFC East. Who wins the AFC East? Because I've been thinking long and hard about this all day long.
Okay.
I was hard at work thinking about this. Thinking hard.
I'm with you.
Thinking hard.
No, I'm with
You
you.
didn't finish that. That was
I said,
nuts.
what separates the Patriots and the Bills? Really? Josh Allen is a superstar quarterback. So is Drake May. I don't think he's as good as Josh Allen, but Drake May right now, who's more of an MVP candidate? It is him. The defense, I like the Patriots defense better. The run game for the Bills is better. You look at their weapons, they're kind of similar. The Patriots got something going on right now. They have an easier schedule. Right now, they're number one in the division. They already won head-to-head. You know, I told you guys before the season I had the Patriots making the playoffs, but now I'm going a step further. I have them winning the AFC East. There's one team every year that goes from worst to first. My pick was the Niners. I think that's done because they're too injured. So I'm switching, and I'm going with the Patriots. I think they're the team that goes from worst to first this season.
I don't hate it because the Buffalo Bills defense is atrocious.
They just lost Ed Oliver some time, too.
Yeah, with torn bicep, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that is bad.
This defense is not good. It's not going to get any better either. This could be the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of the Sean McDermott experiment. So maybe Bills fans could be looking at that as a blessing in disguise. However, I still trust Josh Allen. I still believe that they can go out there and still get the job done because obviously he is Superman. And that run game has been one of the most dominant that we've seen in the league. James Cook just went for over 200 yards. He's cementing himself as one of the league's best, and I'm glad that he's doing it. You guys know I've been a fan of his since he came into the league. But regardless of that fact, Josh Allen, he looked comfortable. The offense just looked comfortable as a whole. And when you're working off the run the way that they normally do, like they did last year, winning football games are going to come easy to them. I will say the Patriots have been handling their business. When they play a team that they on paper are better than, they've been handling their business. And I can give them their acknowledgement. It does not matter who's on your schedule. Ultimately, you have to go out there and you have to execute. So people trying to go ahead and minimize what Drake May's doing just because he's doing it against subpar competition. It's not always a given that you're going to go out there and dominate. There's a guy that was in the same draft class that you can't say the same for that guy. You guys know who I'm talking about. I don't have to say much.
There's a couple guys.
There's a few guys, that's for sure. Nevertheless, Patriots have been impressive. No way around that they've been really good, but I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to run it back one more time.
I got both their schedules pulled up. Let's just do, quick game. Only half the season left. So the
we
Patriots
should randomize this so we don't know who's who to see who has. I guess whatever. Let's just do it.
I feel like you have to know who the team is right now, right? Anyhow, we'll do the Patriots first. They're 6-2 right now. This upcoming week 9, they have the Falcons.
That can go either way because the Falcons are inconsistent.
Are the Falcons at home?
This is in New England.
Okay, I like that better for New England.
Okay, so 7-2 at Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Depends
Loss.
on health. I think the Bucks win.
Okay, 7-3 versus the Jets.
Win.
8-3 at the Bengals.
Win.
For sure.
9-3 home against the Giants.
Win.
10-3.
But that can
that's
go.
not a given.
Giants are hard
That's
opponent.
not a
They are.
given.
But I do think
that's
the
Monday
Patriots
Night
should
Football,
win.
by the way. Then they have their Week 14 bye, so a late bye. Out of the bye, they have Buffalo at home.
I'm going to take
Split.
Buffalo, so it's because it's a split, correct?
Okay, so we're at 9-4 at Baltimore.
I think Baltimore wins.
That could go either way too, though. Baltimore's
so we're at
defense, they're playing better.
10-5, right? At the Jets,
Interesting.
Win.
Yeah.
11-5, and last game is against Miami.
Win.
Okay, so that puts the Patriots
Miami
at
could play
12
spoiler.
wins.
Miami could play spoiler.
He's not
week
feeling
18?
that.
Miami could play spoiler.
I don't know.
People playing for their jobs.
I don't think so.
Miami.
It might be done for all of
I
them.
feel like, by that point, they might just be like, we're all done. All right, so that puts
Kinda
them
losers
at
shows that.
12 wins. The Patriots have 12 wins with that rest
I
of the
think their
season
floor, looking at the rest of the schedule, is 11. wins.
11.
schedule. Okay, so
I
then
think that's a
Buffalo now, they're 5-2. They already had their bye. They have KC week 9, this upcoming week.
Loss.
Okay, so that puts them at 5-3 at Miami.
I would give them the benefit of being a coin flip for all the coin flips you said for the Patriots.
It's Kansas City. It's Patrick Mahomes. Rasheed Rice is back. They're going to run the table.
And it's the regular season. The Buffalo Bills own them.
Not this year. They look really inconsistent this year in the regular season. It's not like
So have the
past
Chiefs
dominant
until-
Buffalo regular
That's
season.
not true. That's not true.
Why is it not true?
Last year, Buffalo looked inconsistent too to start the year.
They were
The year
number
before that,
weren't
I
they-
believe they had to go on a late season surge.
Wasn't Buffalo number one in the AFC last year?
No, that might be the year before. They had to go on like a late season.
They did.
They beat
When
the Chiefs
Miami
that year.
choked.
Yeah, they beat the Chiefs
remember.
that year.
Yeah, in the regular season, yeah. I picked the Bills to beat them that year, too.
Oh, yeah, all I'm saying,
picking the
he
Chiefs to beat them.
has something like it should be a coin flip
Oh, that's all I'm
in
saying.
the regular
Okay,
season. The
but
playoffs, we know
I
who's
think
gonna
the
win.
Chiefs win. I think the Chiefs win.
Okay,
Because right
that's-
now, they're behind in the AFC West standings. There's a little bit more on the
That
table.
game's in Buffalo, by the way. But I agree. I think that's
He
a
went
coin
into
flip
the
game.
playoffs and beat them in Buffalo, too.
I think
is not
Kansas
the
City's
playoffs.
looked better than Buffalo, to be fair.
agree.
So I'm
The defense
cool
is
leaning
Coin flip,
KC.
I don't care.
So that'd be an L. So they're 5-3 at Miami,
Win,
6-3 versus Tampa Bay,
Win.
7-3 at Houston,
win,
8-3 at Pittsburgh,
Win.
9-3 versus Cincinnati,
win,
10-3 at New England. Gave them a
win,
win. That's 11-3. They're at 11 wins.
A lot of 50.
Cleveland week 16.
Win.
win.
That's 12. Philly week 17.
Lost.
That's a coin flip too.
There's a lot of coin flips in this schedule. Like even the ones you said before, like Tampa Bay's a coin
in
flip.
Philly.
This is home, Buffalo.
It's going to be a good game.
Great game. I think Saquon has a monster performance. I think the Eagles win.
Okay, so that would be an L. And then week 18 is the Jets, which would give them 13 wins if they won that game.
That's a win. I think the Bills have more
Tougher games.
tougher games.
And that was with you. That was with you giving L's to KC. That's with you giving L's to Philadelphia, like outright.
They
They
could
L's.
lose to
probably
the
win.
Texans.
They probably win one of them.
The
Yeah.
Texans.
Maybe.
They could
I
lose to the
get- I
Texans.
They
get
could
what
lose
you're
to the
saying.
Texans, Steelers, and Bucks.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Patriots could also lose to the Bucks. I feel like they
For
could.
sure.
You know what I mean?
But I think the Bills have more tougher games though.
I agree. They have, I think, just one more tougher game. It's close, though.
That division probably comes down to the final head-to-head matchup that they have against each other.
Yeah.
And, I think that out of respect to the Bills, I'd give them the split. But the Patriots, I think they're a young team and they're getting better every week. And that defensive line, Milton Williams has been one of the best offseason signings of the year. He's been elite for them this year. And I think the offense is clicking. The offensive line is playing really well. Travion just got 10 carries for 70-plus
He looked
yards.
good. Finally, getting the football.
Decent amount of them came on one play.
I
Take
understand.
it.
That's Travion, though. He's a home run hitter.
He is.
But I like the Patriots a lot. I just like the vibes of the team better. I feel like they're on an uptrend. We talk about them and we usually say, they're a year away, but it could be this year. I think when you have a quarterback that special, you can accomplish a lot of things within a year. You usually like something that takes a year later for other teams to do, you can accomplish that in that given year because of how special the quarterback play is. And that's how I feel about the Patriots.
Josh McDaniels deserves a lot of credit, too. I know I overlooked him coming into this season. I think it's just natural when someone fails as a head coach multiple times that they come back somewhere as a coordinator and you kind of think they're not that good at their job. But in reality, you see it all the time. You could be great as a coordinator, bad as a head coach. That's McDaniels to a T. And it's great for Drake May because where's Josh McDaniels going to go? Nobody's calling Josh McDaniels' phone at the end of the season for head coaching interviews. That is far gone. He is going to be the offensive coordinator for this team for the foreseeable future. He's not going to get picked by some other organization. So it's great for May and this offense going forward. I still would like to see some more consistency running the ball. I know Ramondre had a great game last week against the Titans, and Henderson finally had a good game this week. But week to week, they're still way too inconsistent with running. Not even inconsistent. They're usually just bad at running the football. They've been one of the most inefficient teams when it comes to just like a yards per carry basis. So hopefully this game from Henderson could spark something, give them a little bit more juice there. Because Ramondre has been like a steady workhorse for them. Like he gets that 15 touches, but more often than not, he's not doing much with it. He's just kind of taking the lumps to take the lumps. But you see what this passing game could do. Drake May has been probably, if not one of the best deep ball passers in the NFL this season. His connection with Booty has been spectacular. It's close. I'll take the Patriots just for fun because I'm going to be rooting for them from afar. But that feels like it's going to come down to that week, 14-15 game.
What the hell? Rev, who are you going with?
I'm going with Buffalo, but I do think it's close. I think Buffalo, like you mentioned with the Patriots, they're getting better week by week, and schedule gets tougher for both of them. So I'm excited to see how they come out with these W's. With Buffalo, though, unless they make a move at the deadline or something to bring in a good player, because like Ed Oliver's going to be out for some time. The receivers, they're all right. I really don't know because we talked about that schedule, and a lot of those teams have some pretty good defensive lines. And the one thing that does hurt this team is, like in that Atlanta game, if you can get an immense amount of pressure, not many of these wide receivers can, get separation or can beat man-to-man coverage or stuff like that. And you kind of put Josh Allen in the bind. And then if you're up big, you're not going to run the ball and stuff like that. And then with this offense, sometimes they don't give Cook the ball. Sometimes they do give Cook the ball. Sometimes they take him out on 3rd and 2. Sometimes they keep him in on 3rd and 9. So, like, they're very inconsistent with James Cook. And I think the Panthers game was a good example of you just give him the ball, let him work, let that offensive line be the function of your offense. You can have big games, maybe not like 200 yards every game, but you can have big games. This offensive line is the heart and soul of this team. But just, it's tough because New England, I think they're probably on the same level of teams in terms of just like they have exceptional quarterbacks. And, I think with Buffalo, the defense, it's really hard to sell. Really, really hard to sell.
You told me Jake May was going to show against the Browns this week.
He played well.
It's awesome.
He played awesome. Yeah.
I sacked a few times.
And Miles Garrett got 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Will Campbell got his welcome to the NFL moment.
Yeah, I think he let up 3 of the sacks.
It's Myles Garrett. Ain't
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing to be ashamed about, really.
So we play IDP in one of the dynasties that we're in. He had 41 points.
So you get 10 sacks per point, or
No,
how many?
you get, I believe, we treat sacks like a touchdown.
Okay.
So if you get a sack, it's 6. He had 5.
But you get like
And
tackles,
he got a forced
tackle for
fumble,
loss,
too.
That too,
shit.
yeah. So you
Quarterback hits, get a bunch of stuff.
IDP is one of the more fun positions that we have in this team. Like you'll have an IDP. I think Miles has had games where he's had 5 points, 4 points.
Zach Bond's my IDP. He's usually pretty firm.
That's fun. I have Aiden and I have him. I went back to back and I have his nickname as 2-time champ. No
Oh
big
my
deal.
God.
Yeah,
Aiden and Miles Garrett's insane.
But Aiden was on one of those tears last year where I was starting him every week over Myles Garrett. But this year, Miles, he's different.
Yeah, no, he could win Defensive Player of the Year. That's how good he is. But
Team
it just
sucks.
depends
Could
if
have won it last year.
they care about team record when
Which they typically do.
giving Defense Player of the Year. But the next division is going to be the AFC West.
Okay. Now, I know where he's going. I'm interested to hear where you're going. There's a part of me that doesn't care. You guys know where I'm going.
I'm staying. I'm going with Denver.
Real.
Yeah, I'm going with Denver.
Real. You know what? And you don't have to say anything else. What the fuck's your answer?
Going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, you're a loser.
I think it's close. I don't think I'm going with Denver because I like the vibes of the team. I like the way they've been playing.
with the Patriots because I'm rooting for them from afar. No
Yeah.
big deal.
I'm not rooting from the Chiefs from afar. I just think they're the best team in football.
And what about the
Yeah,
Patriots?
the Chiefs are really good,
They're
man.
better than the Bills?
Better than the Bills? They beat them. They look just as good, if not better.
Okay, interesting. So when we beat the Chiefs, I'll say, yo, we beat the Chiefs. We're better than them.
Sure.
He's
not
not going to
beating
go with
KC.
that. He's not going to go with that.
No, he's not.
Nah,
you
not
can.
He's not.
You can make the argument.
He won't hear
I
you.
mean, we're definitely a more complete team than they are. They just have Mahomes.
Sure.
And better
your
weapons
defense is
offensively.
definitely better.
It's really Rashee Rice.
And Xavier Worthy.
Oh God, give it up.
Travis
Courtland
Kelsey's better
Sutton's
than Evan Ingram.
Courtland Sutton's better than Xavier Worthy.
And Rashee Rice is way better than Courtland Sutton.
Way better disrespectful
No,
to
he
my
is
king.
way
better.
better.
Comfortably
way
better. I like that. Comfortably is fine.
Not way better, but comfortably better.
Comfortably is fine.
Chiefs
Travis
have a
Kelsey,
chance,
Evan
dog.
Ingram. I don't care, brother. We're going to be in the market for
Don't
a tight end.
disrespect
How many
Travis
games?
Kelce.
I
How
don't
many
care.
games ahead are you? Is Denver a game? 2?
Well, after Chiefs win tonight, it'll be
If they
one.
win, yeah, it's-
You won.
Our running game clears.
But
JK
your offense
clears.
isn't better, though.
RJ clears. Well, you guys
You're,
have Mahomes.
you know, even if the run game is
Their
awesome,
defense is better.
the
you guys have Mahomes.
Chiefs' offense is just by far and away better.
'Cause
It's nuclear
you
this
have
year.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and that's why they're going to win the division because they're going to win it for the 10th straight year. And now that the offense is back to being elite, before Rice came back in the 3 games, they were one of the most prolific offenses in football. Now with Rashee Rice back, they probably have a chance of challenging the coach for that number 1 spot. And I think that offense can take them far. And the defense, it's average. It's not a terrible unit, but it's an average unit. And I think if you have an elite offense and an average defense, Mahomes has shown before that not only can he win the division, but he can make the Super Bowl and win it.
Free Denzel Ward.
No, I got the Chiefs. I just think they've been the best team in football after the first couple of weeks, especially what we saw last week with Rashee Rice.
Best team in football.
Nah, he capped.
Yeah, I think so.
He's not wrong.
After the past couple weeks or like first 4?
Say it again.
After the past couple weeks or like first 4?
I think, yeah, after what game
The
was it?
Detroit game.
After the Detroit game,
That's
probably.
valid.
Yeah,
Maybe
once-
after the Ravens game. They lost to the Jaguars,
Yeah.
but then they rattled off some wins.
So it'll be after Detroit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Detroit.
Yeah,
game.
because the
game.
Ravens were before Detroit. Or excuse me,
Detroit solidified them. I think they're probably
with
the best
you.
team
No,
in the
brother, it
NFL
was
now.
Ravens. Then they lost to the Jags. The
Yeah,
next
then
week.
it was Detroit. I'm
Yeah.
saying after the Detroit game because the Detroit
yeah,
game,
yeah,
they
yeah.
Then they beat the Raiders.
They pretty comfortably won. Then
Why,
they beat the
why are
Raiders.
the
yeah.
Eagles still not the best team in football?
Because people are just
I
tired
think.
of
I mean,
us.
I think you could put them in that conversation too. I think it's
We
just
lost to
do
the Giants.
But right now, we're not talking about the best teams in football. We're talking about the
Facts.
best
Yes,
team
yes.
No,
to
I'm just
win the
nitpicking
AFC
a
West.
statement that I didn't appreciate. I'm going to take the Broncos to win the division. We're the best team in the division. We're the most complete team in the division. We have the best defense in football. We just stopped the best offense in football, made them look like a peewee team. That really moved me. We're clicking. We're clicking. And we're getting hot at the right time, and I love to see it.
You heard him?
I'm
I
going
did.
my
Loud and
Broncos
clear.
till death do us part.
Yeah,
Getting hot in the middle of the year is the right time. We're not even in the middle of the year. We're like
We're in the middle of the year.
We're
It's week
nearing
8.
the halfway point.
When we
It's
get
the
to
middle
the
of the
hard
year.
part of our schedule.
You guys are gonna blow the division on the
shit.
final part of your schedule, and I'm gonna tell you this now, and all the fans that are watching right now that are Broncos fans as well. The Broncos will have the division. It looks like in the wraps. And then the final stretch of their schedule when they face Kansas City and they face the Chargers again and they have the tougher opponents, they're going to blow the division.
Okay.
And the Chiefs will win.
Okay. Hot take.
Or the Chargers. The Chargers, I think, got the second best chances to win that division. With Joe Alt back, with the weapons, with Orlando Gatson breaking out.
No, a lead win versus a beat up Minnesota team. Love it. Great game.
I mean, I think it'll be close.
What's the Chargers' lore?
The Chargers? I think they could beat
The
them.
Chargers
I
are
don't know.
5-3 right now.
The Bengals.
They just
what?
got to get healthy.
I mean, the Broncos are what 5-2, 6-2,
6-2.
6-2.
Yeah, my
6-2 with a reasonable
I don't-
statement to say we can be undefeated.
I don't see why Chargers get so much benefit of the doubt and they can win the division. Denver
No,
can't.
it's because
I'm
they
not
have the
saying Denver
golden
can't.
boy.
I don't
They
think
have
they will.
Justin Herbert.
Chargers downfall this season because they started off 3-0. Their downfall started when Joe Alt and everybody in our offensive line started to get hurt. For
sure.
They were one of the hottest teams in the NFL. They have a fantastic defense. If we're talking about rankings,
fantastic.
if we're talking about rankings, if you just look at the rankings of the Chargers and the Broncos, there's an argument the Chargers could be more complete than them. And they have an elite quarterback. And they have awesome playmakers around them. I was about to say something else, but they have awesome playmakers. Lad McConkey, Quinn Johnson, Arondé Gatson,
I mean,
Keenan Allen, Omarion
their
Hampton's coming back.
I don't know if their defense is as good as Denver's.
Denver's is the best
Yes.
defense in the division.
But I think it's fair to trust the Chargers offense more.
Yes.
I think it's fair to do
They've
that.
already
That's
beat
valid.
you. They've beat you 3 times in a row now
Wait, that's-
in the show
oh,
in the
yeah,
Bo
facts,
Nix
facts.
era.
So let me ask you guys a question. I say this genuinely. Eagles defense not good anymore.
No, it is good.
Yeah,
So Bo Nix dotting them up in the fourth quarter doesn't matter.
it was awesome. But
Does it matter that he played bad for
it's
3
good,
quarters?
but it has a weak
but
point.
against an amazing team, he still played good when we needed him. Correct?
You did, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't matter though.
No, of course it matters. But it was also like you couldn't move the ball for 3 quarters.
We couldn't, but then when we needed him to do that, he did.
I know.
And then
It's-
against the Giants, same thing. When we needed him, he did
I think
times
it's
a million.
just when we're trying to project going forward, the Broncos offense still scares me. They were great against Dallas. That was the best performance they've had, including the Cincy game, the best performance they've had. But when they do play good defense, or sometimes not good defenses like the Jets at the time and the Giants at the time, there's quarters and halves and 3/4 of games where just nothing happens. And the defense is elite, so it could keep you into it. That's why it's the opposite for the Chargers and the Chiefs, where it's like, I think you really trust both offenses to keep it alive, but it's the other side of the ball. Do you trust?
I will say, success rate, Chargers are 7th. EPA per
Defense?
pass, yeah. EPA per pass, they're 10th, but they're 28th in EPA per rush. So they cannot, and I
It's
mean,
been their thing.
not
But that's the
stop
scheme
the
that
run.
they play. They are a team that will let you run on them. Even
Now,
though
I
not
will say,
not you know.
I
what
mean, they shut down fucking Jordan Mason, started him this week, Payne. 4 fucking rushing yards.
Denver,
Jordan Mason was awful.
Denver, higher EPA per pass on offense than the Chargers. It tells you something.
Yes.
Sean Payton.
Possibly.
Now I'm just gonna be honest with you. This Bo Nix game, it was the first time I've ever seen him in the pocket not lose his mind, not a touchdown, not lose his mind and want to go out there. And you see the demon in his head, like, "Yo, bro, you should escape this pocket right now. You should go and be on the run right now." He stood in that pocket and he delivered some dots.
Man,
Interception.
Debo just dropped it. Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's awful.
No, Bo was awesome. My phone was dead, or else I would have been tweeting Bo propaganda. I hope you don't think
You were
I hope you don't
tweeting
think
it, though.
otherwise. I did after. My phone was dead,
Oh,
so I
okay,
couldn't tweet
after.
at the time. But Bo was fucking amazing.
We're
That
supposed
was
to
his
believe
best
that?
game. Yeah. I'm always fair when it
He
comes
was
to
just
Bo
waiting
Nix.
for the other shoe to drop. At least he had the decency to
No,
tweet,
no,
yo,
no.
interception. Who's surprised? I'm glad
It did start ugly.
Broncos
It started
Twitter got on
ugly.
your ass, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad
I
that they're
also
talking.
died your tweet to Jackson. Yeah.
Which one? The Japanese one?
Yeah, that killed me. That killed me.
I just hope that, the energy is the same for the good times and the bad times.
When have I not been?
Oh, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the
Broncos
Broncos
fans.
country.
Broncos
I
fans.
just hope that the energy is the same because first couple of weeks they were really quiet.
Were
They
they?
weren't saying anything about Bo
What do you
Nix.
mean against the Colts?
They were tanking the punches. Would you mention the offensive inconsistencies? Here's my closing statement. Bo Nix has not played well in 50% of his NFL games
Can
this
we
year.
stop with the 50% nonsense?
He has.
Stop.
50%
All
this year, you said?
No,
No,
Yes.
no.
No,
if,
this year.
you want to
Oh.
say
This year.
50% of the time, 50% of the games is wrong. Because Eagles game, good. No matter what you say,
I don't
good.
say that. You want me to rattle
Good.
off the bad
Good.
games?
I'm telling you right now what it is. Eagles, good. Giants, good.
the whole game?
Bengals, good.
Or you saying like whole
no,
game
no,
in general?
game.
Eagles game, he was good.
Yes.
Fourth quarter, he was good, and they won.
25% of the game.
And
If we're going percentage wise, he's been
clutch.
bad more percent
Well,
of the
that's what
time.
he said.
That's exactly what I'm
He
saying.
said, Joel, he said,
I'm just
50% of games,
No,
no.
I know.
50%
But here's the
Yo,
thing.
I didn't
Here's the
even
thing.
catch that. That's fire.
Here's the thing. The statement is wrong either way. 50% of games he has been bad.
No, he hasn't.
Colts game he was bad.
Saying the
Giants
Colts
game he was bad.
is
Jets
killing
game
me.
he was bad.
Another Bo Nix
Chargers
topic.
game he was bad.
Jets game, he was not bad.
Chargers game he was bad. What do you mean he wasn't bad
He
in
was
the
not
Jets
bad
game?
in the Jets
What,
game.
what did he
Wasn't
do
good.
that made
In
him
the first
average?
half, he was fine, and we went to cruise control in the second half, and that's Sean Payton's fault.
Cruise control is
It's Sean
so-
Payton's
so
fault.
good- so
It's
nice.
Sean Payton's fault.
a
It's
fucking
Sean
nail
Payton's fault.
biter.
Why he did that, I don't know.
Yeah,
He was just
no.
like run, screen,
So
screen,
50% of the games not good. And if we want to go really specific percentage wise, the four good games that I'll give you, because I'll say Eagles and Giants were good games.
Yes, and the Bengals and the Cowboys.
25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150.
Math is throwing me off.
150% of the time in those two games combined, he was bad. He was good for 2 quarters.
Out of, we got to do the math.
Because out of
Denominator
200%,
This
two
is not-
games,
this is not
100%
pick a
each
math.
game.
Like, this is-
150% of the 200% of the time, he was bad in the Giants and Eagles game.
So, AKA 75%.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dividing it by
Long
2.
way to get there. But we got there.
We got
so
there.
25% of the time, he was good.
And it's
So
no
I
need
still
to
think it's
continue the
valid
math. Let's-
to have questions about the offense. I
Yes.
think against Dallas, it was a great game.
co-signing that?
What?
I heard you. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I said that originally. I said I question Denver's offensive consistency,
you don't-
but with the Chargers and with the Chiefs, you question the
So
defense.
you don't trust Bo Nix?
Not really. Not really.
Okay,
no.
all right. I just wanted you to be upfront. You was upfront. I respect that.
So they got their guy. Looks like a franchise dude, but now I don't trust him.
That's why,
we're
man. We gotta see
reactionary
more.
part. Sometimes things change. Sometimes things change.
Who do
man.
you guys got? You got Houston
New-
this week.
new-
It's a big week.
No information.
Because
It's a big week every week. I
It
don't
is.
think
No
you
bullshit,
understand
yes.
No,
that.
it is.
No, like,
Of course
It's a
it
big
is. Yeah.
week every single week.
But this is a
I'm
great
going
defense
to
you're going up
throw
against.
up
That's a
Like
fact.
the 2 great games he's had this year.
against the
Dallas and
Eagles
Cincinnati.
and the Eagles.
I feel like it's a bit alarming.
What about the Eagles?
He was good for 1 quarter, Drew.
It's the Eagles. How
No,
many
I
quarterbacks
know.
have been good for all 4 quarters?
But for 3 quarters, I mean, he couldn't complete a fucking pass. You had like 0 points.
In 4
That was the Giants
against the Eagles,
No, they had zero.
who
Was it zero
really
against the
dominates. Against the Eagles, who really dominates.
Jackson Dart.
He fucking fucked us.
fried him.
He
Oh
did.
my god, that shit was embarrassing. Everybody else don't know.
Yeah, no, listen, the Eagles, they have a good defense. I'm not gonna sit here and that's gonna be my nitpicking. But it was just for 3 quarters, like you couldn't move the ball at all. I don't know if they were at
Eagles,
that
and
level.
we were on the road.
But still, like we've seen them give up points this
And
year.
then we won the game.
No, absolutely. And that's why I'm not gonna sit here and argue. If you want to say he had a good game, listen, 4th quarter he showed up improbable comeback. So I'm not gonna sit here and
To
be like he was trash.
He scored more than Mahomes did when they played us.
He did. That's true. Yeah, I mean Baker ended up having a good game against
We
them.
scored more against Dallas
Stafford
than
ended up having
Packers
a
did.
decent game. Jackson
And
Dart
we
was
actually
good.
won our game.
Yeah, talk.
It's just the Eagles' defense isn't what they were last year. Like they're not unbreakable.
No,
you
they're
know what I
not.
mean? Like
We-
you could
we-
move the ball
we
against
break
them.
and
if
we
you're a
don't
good
bend.
offense.
We don't let people
But even
score.
then, I think, I'll give you those 2 good games. The
Yeah.
whole point was that I think 50% of the
He was
time
good against
just,
the Colts. We didn't lose the Colts game because of Bo Nix.
You lost because you couldn't call any straight drop back passes where he could complete them and actually look at the routes that were developing that were open.
He
threw a
bomb
pick in that
pass to
game.
Troy Franklin. He did.
Late
The
in
bomb
it.
pass to Troy Franklin rolling to his opposite side. That was in that Colts game.
That was a great pass. He also threw a
Bo Nix
pick
topic
late in the
every week,
game.
man.
Damn right.
It's like two. It's like 2 or
But
3
yes,
years ago, bro.
I have
really?
the week
Week to week.
There's 2 Chiefs, there's 2 Broncos, and Chargers deserve
Sharks
some
Nation.
goddamn respect. Please
Stop it, bro.
respect the LA
Chargers fans,
Chargers.
they really-
Listen, it was an
who
impressive
cares?
win against the Vikings. It was.
It really
No,
was.
I was really impressed
two
with the
of
rest.
us
Literally,
picked the
killing-
Vikings.
Bro, I'll be honest. I'm not impressed by
No,
nobody
I
going up
did
against
pick the
Carson
Vikings
Wentz.
with a smile
but
on my face.
The Vikings defense doesn't let up 40
No,
points.
yeah,
they
facts.
don't do
That
that.
shit was crazy.
no, they got
What's more
blessed.
impressive?
They did
The
get blessed with
Chargers
7.
scoring 40 on the
Literally.
Vikings or the Broncos scoring 40 on the Cowboys?
Facts.
I don't care.
He's right. He caught you.
I don't care.
Okay, let's go into the next division though. AFC South. I think this should collectively
This
be
is the
Colts at
Colts.
this point.
Oh, damn.
We'll agree on this.
Oh,
100%.
all right.
There won't be no disagreements
Nice.
here.
So that's it. We're
So
done with
Jags
the
are
Jags.
done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yo, that
Jags
was
are done.
Nah, it was cute. It was cute.
It was a
Good little
cute
cute
2-3
storyline.
weeks.
What do you want me
Comes
to say?
to an end.
Have you seen the Colts? What am I supposed to say? Nah, Jacksonville's going to figure it out after
It's
5, man.
just funny how
I've been
fast it
saying it.
collapsed.
I've
you
been
know?
saying it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
no,
the
for
concerning part for the Jaguars is
Trevor Lawrence
just the
sucks.
offense. I think the offensive approach for them,
And the run game's falling off.
that's
No,
what it is.
It's the same people
Trevor
that
Lawrence is
say
gonna
Trevor
bounce
Lawrence
back.
got it that are also
He's gonna show
supporting
he's a
Caleb
guy.
Williams. It's
I
those same people. You
remember
got to
those.
keep that in mind, Riff. There's a correlation between the two.
Well, I didn't honestly, as much as we should, I think the Jaguars deserve to get shit on. I think you have to praise the Colts. Like, they have been the
definitely.
most efficient offense in the last decade.
The Jaguars
just-
are probably a playoff
I'm just
team.
in the business
Yeah.
of shitting on the Jags right now.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
we understand where I lie when it comes to the Colts.
Yeah.
The Colts are legit. We're looking at the best offense in football, the best run game in football, and you went and plugged in Daniel Jones, and you see the significant difference in the offense when you look at Anthony Richardson and or Gardner Minshew to what Daniel Jones has been able to do, and also Michael Pittman healthy. That is a huge boost to this offense, and what he means to that offense, it has gone unspoken because we look at JT, we look at the revitalization to Daniel Jones's career, the offensive line, how amazing it's been. We don't talk about how Michael Pittman has been one of the more efficient wide receivers on that
Touchdown
team,
machine.
and the crazy plays that he also has in his bag of tricks as well. Michael Pittman is a very underappreciated wide receiver, NFL player as a whole, and that defense, they're gonna get healthy and they're gonna get better.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts deserve all the credit. Like, I still think the Jags could be a playoff team. I still think they could be a wild card team. I feel like you have to have some faith in them after the bye. Depending on what happens with Brian Thomas, if he's going to be healthy, but they're starting to figure some things out offensively with Travis Hunter. I think even though ETN has shown you some promise this year, that after the bye, maybe Tootin gets some more looks, and he's been efficient with some of his touches. But the most concerning thing is just, the Jags offense, which was rolling, at least on the run game for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, had really fallen off. And the defense was just pretty heavily relying on getting some turnovers. But it's more so just the Colts. Like, they're awesome. I can't sit here. They're what, 7-1 now?
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit here and be like, oh no, the Jags are going to figure it out. The Colts have the best offense in football and the most efficient offense in football. It would be silly to go against them.
There's going to be a topic on the show later about Jonathan Taylor and him being a deserving MVP candidate, which he should be. And the offense for the Colts this year versus last year, there's a couple things that have changed, but I don't think Jonathan Taylor going back to form is one of them. I thought Jonathan Taylor was great last year.
To end the year without a doubt.
I think the situation around JT has gotten better to where they've got an improved quarterback play. And I think it's an example of how improved quarterback play can open up the entirety of the offense. And Daniel Jones has provided that. Also, if you remember, they didn't re-sign Ryan Kelly and Will Fries in the offseason. They went to Minnesota. And right now, Minnesota is dealing with some offensive line problems. Ryan Kelly has dealt with some concussion issues, so he hasn't been out there. But Will Fries has been out there, and he's kind of been inconsistent. When you look
Bro,
at...
just do a pick.
that's unfortunate. I got it in fantasy. My goodness.
Fucking
Okay.
bum.
My goodness.
But and then you look at the Colts. I don't think Chris Ballard gets enough credit for constantly rebuilding and retooling the offensive line. Bernard Raymond, left tackle, was a project pick that ended up hitting, and now he's a franchise left tackle. And then there are two interior offensive linemen next to Quentin Nelson. Taylor Bortolini, he's one of the best centers in football. Matt Goncalves, he's one of the best guards in football. Like, their offensive line this year from last year has gotten improved. They've got an improved quarterback play, and that's opened up the offense. I think Jacksonville has been a surprise this year, but the offense, it's going to take some time to get going. With as much motion in the offense and verbiage there is, you can be very susceptible to a lot of penalties. And that's why if you look at the Jaguars, they're one of the most penalized teams in the league because sometimes they get called for illegal motions. But that's what Liam Cohen's offense is. And they all have to learn that together as a team. I don't think Trevor Lawrence has played his best brand of football. I was more critical of him early in the season because as of recently, I have really thought that the wide receivers have let him down for the most part. Brian Thomas Jr. has not been what we thought he was going to be this year. He's not catching passes. He looks like he's not himself out there. And it's given a doorway for Travis Hunter to now become the number one targeted receiver, and I think he should be.
How much stock, if at all, do you put into the trade rumors around BTJ?
I put none because I think his potential is an all-world receiver, and you got to keep both of them. But I think Travis Hunter, like we saw a preview of it versus the Rams, I think Travis Hunter from here on out is going to lead the team in targets, and he's going to go on an absolute tear. I think he's ready.
I'm excited.
Gonna be
I'm excited.
elated watching that.
So you didn't went from Trevor Lawrence being a stud to now, you know what? It's Travis Hunter's time. We're going to do our
His
thing.
second overall pick, they traded 2 firsts for him.
No, Travis Hunter dialogue is fine.
Yeah.
The Trevor Lawrence dialogue, I'm not too keen on. I do agree BTJ has been wildly disappointing. The fact that we were watching a star last season,
Send him to Philly.
especially second half of the year when it was Mac Jones and him, that I agree. I can't blame Trevor Lawrence
Send
too
him to
much.
Buffalo.
Stop.
How about send him to Denver?
I mean, if he goes to Buffalo, we're talking about it 1,700 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, New England, Denver, Buffalo. One of the 3 teams, it's up.
I'd be shocked if they moved him.
The Bills
I'm
already
like-
had a wide receiver that's better than Brian Thomas might ever be.
Already, you're saying they have one?
They had one.
Oh, okay.
It's Stephon Diggs.
So you're saying no more.
You scared the fuck out of me, I'll be honest.
You're saying they don't need it anymore.
No, I'm saying they could need it, but is it going to change anything?
Oh,
You got to go up against number 15 at the end of the day.
All the teams do, buddy. You
But
didn't say anything.
that's the Bills' biggest rival, though.
But you didn't say anything. All
That's
the teams have to
who
go.
they're trying to get past. I just don't know if it changes things, babe. My BTJ this year, he's dropping a lot of passes. He does not look like himself out there.
Looks terrible.
Maybe he just will look better with a better quarterback. A lot of things that happens a lot. You
I
know?
don't know, man. He's just dropping things that he should catch.
No, yeah, he definitely
I
just has
know.
bad drops.
He does have some few.
But it is funny because year over year, you usually
That was a
see
great pick.
the same quarterbacks pop up in terms of drops. Like this isn't the first year Trevor Lawrence has dealt with drops, and it's like the weapons usually change. Like what is
Yeah.
it about the quarterback that some quarterbacks just have more catchable balls?
But no, the Colts, I think, deserve to be number one here
we
unanimously.
talked about them for too long, truthfully.
The AFC North. This is a good one.
What?
Ravens.
Yo,
Be more. Yeah.
you're a sicko, bro.
What?
We talked about it for way too much.
Because honestly, I think the Colts.
We talked about the 7-1 Colts for way too long.
We talked about
Just
the
like
Jaguars
Colts.
maybe too long.
Fair. I'm
There
just
we
yes.
go.
The Colts deserve their praise, but I thought that was easy.
Hey,
Baltimore.
let's do it.
Oh, okay. He's in now. Wow.
No, I just don't want the Steelers to win it. So yeah,
Oh.
be more.
Yeah, I mean, we said it probably a couple weeks back that we looked at Baltimore's schedule. There's not a lot of scary opponents coming up,
And
right?
they just beat the Bears with Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, and
They're ready.
I thought, listen, we could talk about Caleb Williams and some of his struggles. You have to be really excited for what the defense looked like out of the bye. They were super banged up before this. The defense wasn't playing good when they were healthy, but the last couple of weeks, Kyle Hamilton was banged up, Roquan was banged up. You're getting some of your guys back, and the fact that if this defense all of a sudden could be just capable, and you have Lamar back, I mean, this is a team that could go on a run and really like maybe lose one game rest of the season. So I got Baltimore winning the division
Did
coming
it
back.
give you a stomachache Lamar wasn't ready after the bye?
Yeah, for sure. And I don't love that they're on a short week playing Thursday and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's going to play.
Do you think he's going to play?
I don't
Harbaugh
think so.
said he feels really good about it.
I'll be honest. Should he play?
They probably don't need him, but also it's like a game you can't really play that game. Like you can't lose
No.
another game.
I was going to say Miami wasn't supposed to beat the Falcons, and
No.
they washed them.
Watch them.
So it's not like you can go into that game and just think, yeah, we got it easy.
I'll be honest. I feel like you still got to sit Lamar
Sit
for that Thursday game.
for that Thursday
Yeah,
game.
you
I don't
still feel-
disagree too
and
much.
they give him that long break until next week Sunday.
Hope and pray that you guys are able to handle business.
And if you do, it's
And you
up.
sit him at halftime. Oh, you're up 30-0 at half.
Yeah, I mean that
Sit
would
him.
work. That would be golden too, honestly.
Yeah, listen, they were able to move the ball though against. I know Chicago's defense; they've been getting turnovers,
Henry
but
had
you
a
can't
good
really
little
stop
game.
them. But Henry was good. Snoop Huntley was so much better than Cooper Rush at a minimum. McCaffrey makes a play every week. Just
Dude,
do
I
some
was
nut
about
shit.
to say the same thing. Luke McCaffrey has
Reminds me
been
of
very
Steven.
quietly breaking out this season.
Reminds
It
me
looks
of
like
Steven.
Lad McConkey out there.
Steven, high key, I see it.
They're both like tall, athletic. But yeah, no, I got Baltimore.
Well, this isn't a hot take. I think Baltimore should
I
win.
mean, they're the betting favorites, even though it feels like a hot take. Betting favorites
Steelers
feels
fans
crazy.
hate us too.
I
They
think
gonna
the
be like, "You guys are
Steelers losing
assholes."
to the Bengals really cost them some wiggle room in the division. They have a very tough schedule moving forward. They're going to have to win one of these games that we don't expect them to win.
Can I also say this? Even with Joe Burrow healthy, the Bengals would not have won this division.
I
For
don't
the
know.
whole season, you're saying?
The whole season.
There's no way for me to know that.
It would have been the same. It would have been a
Why
lot
I
like last
say
year.
this, they just lost to the... Did they lose to the Jets because of Flacco?
Oh,
No.
his defense is dog shit.
No. That's why I say that. No slight to
He
Burrow.
played injured, though, in the second half.
He
I
did.
think.
He did. And I think
Their
that
offense definitely stalled.
It did. I say that to say the offense puts up over 30 points. You just allowed the Jets to put up 30-something. What is it, 39?
They're in this division if Joe Flacco started the year with them.
I don't hate that.
Well, no,
In this game, though, it was really the run game.
No.
Maybe
He's
the-
saying post with Jake Browning. Like when
Yes.
Jake Browning.
Yes, yeah.
maybe the Bengals might have not won a division even if Joe Burrow was healthy, but they would have been at the end of the year
Right
in the
there.
mix. And because right now Baltimore starting out 2-5 on the year, they have to win almost every game moving forward, which I think that they can because of the schedule that they have. But if they win this division, it's going to be a 9-8 or 10-7 finish. And that's kind of where I think the Bengals were going to finish around. Like, I think the Steelers still have a chance to win this division as well. Like, they have tough opponents, but then their schedule lightens up, and it's going to come down to, one of the last games of the season. And I just trust Baltimore with Lamar Jackson more. But this division, just this year, because of circumstances, has been underwhelming.
I know we have a lot of Steelers fans who watch, so I just want to go through their schedule. They have 4 wins on the season right now. So to win the division, they got to get to 10 probably. 10 you feel good about. They have Indy this upcoming week. Probably not a win. They have at the Chargers the next week.
That's a 50-50.
Yeah, I think the Chargers will be favored at home.
For sure.
Bengals, I think you feel that's a
Toss up.
winnable game.
I'll go Steelers.
Okay, so they have 5 wins. At Chicago,
Win.
6 wins. Buffalo, Baltimore back-to-back.
Toss up for
Loss,
Buffalo.
loss.
Versus Miami,
Win.
7 wins. At Detroit,
Loss.
Ooh.
at Cleveland,
Win.
8 wins. And week 18 is Baltimore.
Probably a loss.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure Steelers fans looking at the schedule like, yeah, we could beat the Chargers.
not defense, bro.
Baltimore we can split with. There's a world where it happens. But
8
when you
wins is
compare
not
their
happening.
schedule to what Baltimore has, Baltimore's got like one of these tough opponents.
You mean
left,
they're
know?
losing? They're gonna win more than 8. I mean, yeah, like the Steelers are one of those teams that the Colts have been awesome, but if the Steelers beat the Colts next week, I won't be shocked. I'll pick the Colts to win, and I think they're a far better football team.
I'd be
But
surprised.
the Colts the Steelers usually end up beating teams that nobody ever expects them to win.
It's just this year in the last few weeks, the Steelers all season, the Steelers defense in previous years, they've been able to keep them upright just because the offense usually struggles. But now their defense sucks and their offense can actually move the ball pretty consistently. So in previous years, it's like, yeah, it's going to be a 1-possession game because the Steelers are going to hold their opponent to under 20 points. But this year, it's like anyone could drop 40 on them. And you have to rely on Rodgers and this offense to match that. And that's just hard for them to do week in, week out.